Hey, what up? Welcome to it, man. That's right. Your boy Tone Kapone. This is the Great 28, brought to you by Hennessy. Never stop, never settle. Get a chance to interview a lot of cool people here in Chicago, highlighting what they're doing. And I have to go ahead and give it. He's one of my personal friends and a prominent businessman. I've watched the whole journey. Kenny Johnson, what's up, buddy? What's happening,
What's
big
up,
dog?
brother? What's up? What's up?
Hey, man, good, man. First of all, congratulations on being chosen to be a part of the Great 28. That's really a big deal.
Man, I appreciate it. I thank you. I thank GCI. I thank you. Everybody that, we've all been rocking around here together for a long time. So, I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and get into it. Kenny Johnson start from you decide to say, hey, I want to be an entrepreneur. I graduated from college, and because you're not originally from Chicago, right?
Correct.
Right.
No.
So you come to Chicago and you pretty much have carved out a way for yourself. Give us a little bit of background.
So I moved here in 1996. I literally came here for political reasons and public service to work for Jesse Jackson Jr. when he was running for Congress. His brother and I went to boarding school in DC and then college together, and he knew I was doing some political stuff. So me and my best friend literally jumped in the car when Jesse was running for Congress, drove out here, didn't know where the hell we were going, didn't know nothing about Chicago. We drove all the way through, ended up on the west side. In 1995, I got out of my car and made a called the campaign office from a gas station. And they said, well, where are you? I said, man, I'm somewhere west. Oh, no, you need to get up out of there. You need to go. You need to come back south. I said, oh, shit. So that's how our start began here in Chicago. Jesse obviously won. I worked for him for 3 years as a special assistant to him. And then along that way, I met a lot of folks. Obviously, running with Jesse, I met everybody. It gave me a whole nother validation. And, I met a girl who is like my sister to this day, even though she's passed away, Terry Day. We started doing parties together. We started doing Sipping on Sunday. I was 25 then, so that was the young professional thing to do, myself and when Danielle Carr had First Fridays. So literally, we just did that for years. I started branching out and doing more stuff for brands. Before all these brand ambassadors and all that kind of stuff was here, we were doing the House of Cavassiers, we were doing the BMW deals, we were doing the Cadillac deals, we were bringing Idris Elba, we were bringing obviously Biz and Capri. A lot of the young cats today don't know that history. They just see the stuff that we do now. But, it started from all that, literally from throwing parties, from being a promoter. So I have a soft spot in my heart for promoters, obviously, because that's how I got to where I am now today. And then it just graduated. I started getting involved in places, Rumba. Then, I did a deal with Joey from Crowbar, and we opened up Vibe. And then, from then on, I said, you know what, I want to do this on my own. I want to try to figure out the best way to make sure we can give our crowd of folks, young Black professionals, places that they could go to, that they could be safe, that they could feel like it's for them and it was by us. I had a partner, Oriel James, that I did my first Bureau Bar with, the little one that's on 16th Street now, and he has it, and it's called 16th Street Bar. Then I did Velvet Lounge, which now is Sage Room. Then Bureau Bar, which was first over at 724 West Maxwell Street, well. And then, we moved that over here during COVID. I switched, I had to switch up my game because the party scene wasn't really going to happen for that whole year of pandemic, even after it. That place held 800 people. That rent over there was astronomical. So I had to figure out, what am I going to do now that we're in the predicament we're in? I never wanted to be a restaurateur, but the pandemic made me into a restaurateur, and I'm glad it did. Stuff happens for a reason. I like it better. We still have a party atmosphere in our restaurant, so we'll never get away from that. Totally. We socialize different than white folks. We don't mind a DJ playing. We don't mind people, jumping on couches and doing bottles, even if they're eating dinner. So we've kind of carved out a niche for ourselves that makes it and keeps me relevant. And then it just makes it so it's a good vibe when you come into place. And, I want to continue to do that. I want to continue to open up places. We got some stuff coming on the horizon that's going to be fun, and it's going to be sexy, and it's going to be driven by what we usually do, by our DJs and the music and the vibe and the food. I think I've found a niche when it comes to bringing all that together, whether it's the food, the vibe, the music, the people, the staff. You got to bring it all together. It's not about Kenny Johnson. It's not about Kenny's party. I'm 51 years old now. Nobody want to come party with me no more. So I got to bring cool cats around and a great staff to make sure that everybody still wants to come and hang out with us. So that's really how this whole thing started here in Chicago. I'm thankful for Chicago. I moved from Washington, D.C., and I was from Virginia. So, it's been a great ride here. I met my wife here. She's from the East Coast, but she was here. I got 2 boys here, one 16, one 9. I want to be able to leave these businesses for them. And hopefully, we just keep growing and keep rocking.
Right. So let's go through the list of businesses really quick that you have.
Right now we have Bureau Bar and Restaurant on 2115 South State Street, right next to Reggie's. Big restaurant, holds like 250 people at one time.
And for everybody, brunch there is amazing. You got brunch, the weekend vibes, brunch is amazing. That's one of my favorite spots. Well, all right, keep going.
And around the corner, we have the Sage Room, which used to be Velvet Lounge it was Velvet Lounge for 40 years. I got it 10 years ago. And now it's been Sage Room for 2 years. And then this summer during Lollapalooza, I opened up Bureau Pizza, which right across the street from Jones High School, 719 South State Street, a very cool pizzeria with Black people on the wall, Black artists, Black activists, Black celebrities, just trying to do something for us, because if no one else is looking out for us, like I'm going to look out for us, and other Black entrepreneurs are.
I love it. So this is my thought. We always got to have that advice moment in here. I mean, you've carved out a great way for yourself, a great niche for yourself. You found your way. What would you say to the promoter, to the person that's trying to start a small business that want to go in and create something for themselves or their own niche group?
They got to save some money and be able to take some risks. I'm a risk taker. My wife doesn't like the fact that I'm such a risk taker, but I am. I've lost a lot of money, made a lot of money. You're going to lose. You cannot have a fear of failure. And, a lot of my friends that know me well, that have seen me since my college days, throwing parties at the University of Virginia, or going down to Freaknik, or going down, they all say, Kenny is not afraid to lose because Kenny will risk it. And I don't know, sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad, but you got to be able to, take those lumps, because you're going to lose. There are going to be nights when you lose. There's been nights, I never forget this to this day. I did Jamie Foxx after he won an Oscar. We did him at the Hilton downtown. I lost $40,000 that night. I mean, I thought I was over with. I thought it was, I said, what the hell was I thinking?
Well, but it sounds like a no-brainer. After an Oscar, Jamie Foxx. Like a no-brainer.
But sometimes stuff just don't go right, or it doesn't go right enough. But I ran for office 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And I lost. But I met a lot of people along the way. It helped me grow. It just helped me become, better businessman. And it just showed me, let me stay in my lane. I do this well. I wanted to be in public service and politics, but I said, you know what? I can help people by employing them better than I can help by being a public servant.
Yeah, and I think for the people that are watching this, I think you definitely got to find a mentor. Kenny's, that's one thing Kenny's been on the low for myself, for other people, and willing to help. You know what I mean? And what do you get that from? You just want to? Is that just a part of your nature?
Yeah, I think it is part of my nature. My mom was an educator. My father was a captain in the Navy. When I moved out here, none of this would be possible for me here if it weren't for the Jackson family. Working for Congressman Jackson then, Yusef, one of my best friends, was in my wedding, Reverend Jackson, Jonathan Jackson, Mrs. Jackson, the whole Jackson family took me in and just helped me. And if I wouldn't have had that, I know to this day I wouldn't have been as successful. So you got to be able to give back. I have no problem with that. I have no problem, sitting talking with cats that want to do this business, especially. and giving them the opportunity to, whether it's work with me or work with other people. But I want to be able to put people in position to win. I try as much as I possibly can to do that. You know, some people listen, some people don't. But you know, hopefully, even the people that don't listen to me, you know, initially, they sooner or later he's been able to figure out how to make it happen. So you know, even if they don't listen to me the first couple of times, they end up coming around because I'm not going anywhere. We've been successful, and we're going to continue to be successful because we listen to people. You know, like I said, I'm 51. It's a different ball game out here now than it was when we first started this. Much different. I got to listen to the young cats. Got to embrace the young cats. I'm not one of those guys that, you know, turns his back on that. I love young, energetic guys that are professional, that want to do the work and aren't lazy.
There it is. So what would you say, before we let you go, what would you say the ultimate goal is for the Kenny Johnson brand, the Kenny Johnson businesses? What is the ultimate goal for you?
Man, I'm just trying to build a big restaurant bar group that can sustain over years and years and years. Grow it in Chicago, grow it outside of Chicago. There's no reason why we can't take the same models, the same businesses, same way we do business here in Chicago, and drop it back in DC, drop it in Atlanta, drop it in LA. I mean, if you can make your way in Chicago in this business, you can make your way in other cities. This city is not the easiest place to do this kind of business. Getting a liquor license, going through the things that you have to go through, dealing with a city, dealing with liquor license rules and laws, and just dealing with, you know, the environment. You know, we live in a peaceful place, but this nightlife industry is a little different than most, and anything could go wrong. Anything could happen. You know, any given night I could be dealing with members of Congress and my brothers on the street, and I got to be able to navigate, treat everybody right, do business right, and make sure that everybody's comfortable. And you know, if I can do that here in Chicago, I want to be able to continue that and do that someplace else and get people to come with me and do it with me.
Absolutely, man. We wish you nothing but the best, Kenny. Thank you for the time. Again, congratulations on being a part of the Great 28. You definitely for sure deserve it. Thanks a lot for Hennessy for helping us highlight all the great individuals in Chicago, man. Kenny, you be safe, man. I'll talk to you soon. And I'll be coming to, okay, I won't eat for free because you don't really give me stuff for free, but I'll eat.
Man, love you, brother.
Love you, bro. I'll talk to you later.